And our first interview this morning is actually going to set things right as well for actually nationals of Trinidad and Tobago, Caribbean, I should say, nationals, returning foundation. So let me say it properly. It's the Caribbean Returning Nationals Foundation. Yes, so that's what it's all about. And I'd like to welcome this morning to tell us all about this, especially for those of us who, you know, probably hearing this for the first time. Alrene Graham. Yes. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning.
So glad to have you.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure. And you are the president and the founder of the Caribbean Returning Nationals Foundation.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes,
I am. What is the Caribbean Returning Nationals Foundation? I mean, it can speak for itself, but what is it exactly?
Okay, it is a nonprofit organization that we started in 2012. The goal is to basically to support economic development here in the Caribbean region by connecting resources, different resources, whether it be technical, whether it be talent, from the diaspora back into the region. So these are some of the things that we do. We focus on mentorships, creating opportunities for startup companies, entrepreneurs, just young people on a whole, returning residents. We provide some information to them and so forth. So we do a lot of things, but we have a number of initiatives that I would love to share with you today.
I want to hear some of them, but how long has this foundation been established, and why did you decide to do this?
In 2012, my dad was dying of cancer, and I actually came, and the thought literally just came to me that there was a need to create a one-stop shop where returning nationals can basically go to get resources, to get information, whether they are physically returning to the region or virtually want to give back to the region. So as soon as I got back, I just put everything in action. Again, it was started here in the Caribbean region and decided to continue it in the U.S. since the diaspora is there. So, so 2012.
Wow, yes, that's been a while, and it's been growing since.
It has been growing, it has been growing. We had the official launch here in Trinidad and Tobago in 2013, and it was very, very supportive. I mean, a lot of people showed up. We have since done partnerships with 1776, which is a global incubator and venture fund company. We brought them to the region, and we had a huge innovation challenge where we had 3 Caribbean winners. We brought 2 of them to the United States where they had an opportunity, but 3 of them had an opportunity to actually meet with other investors and so forth. So again, we have been doing a lot. Our recent initiatives are one for the hurricane, you know, the recent hurricanes. There are a lot of students in the diaspora who are saying that they need help, they need financial help. So Caribbean Returning Nationals Foundation, we are working with students in the diaspora to reach out to their various learning institutions where they can, and asking them for assistance, whether it's payment deferment, both with their tuition and of course with their housing expenses. So far, the feedback has been really, really good. Actually, today I have a very, very important call with one of the leading learning institutions in the United States. So again, that's one of our initiatives. The other initiative we have is the travel initiative. The first quarter of next year, 2018, we will be bringing not only Caribbean citizens, but family, friends, business people, and so forth to select Caribbean countries. Some of the countries that we had selected were affected by the recent hurricanes, so of course we have to make changes. That initiative again is to connect people in the diaspora globally, actually, with local talent, with local businesses, local startups, local inventors, local government agencies, what have you. So again, 2018, and you can find additional information on that by emailing us, caribbeannationals@gmail.com, caribbeannationals@gmail.com, or just check out the website, caribbeanreturningnationals.org/travel. But again, if you send us an email, we will do that. I also wanted to share about a recent event we had on Capitol Hill, which was called the U.S. Caribbean Working with the Caribbean Business Diaspora, a Solid Investment. It was well received. The initiative was really to promote U.S. and Caribbean businesses. We are working with some Caribbean businesses who have an interest in really expanding globally. Reach out to us. Find out, if you wanna do business in the U.S., for example. We have teamed up. We have partnered with a number of U.S. agencies. So again, just reach out to us by caribbeannationals@gmail.com if you are interested in expanding your business in the global community, starting off with the U.S.
As you're talking as well, I'm also thinking brain drain. Does it help anyway to stymie a little bit that brain drain, and how can it do this? Because I'm thinking, this is giving me an opportunity to return and do something and work in my country instead of taking it outside.
Well, brain drain is definitely something that's a part of our mission statement. I may not have mentioned it before, but everything I said, but definitely the brain drain, as we have suffered a massive brain drain in the Caribbean region. So the organization, Caribbean Returning Nationals Foundation, basically says to the various Caribbean citizens, their family and friends, hey, what you're doing there, you can do it in the Caribbean region as well. There are opportunities here. There are people that you can partner with. The talent is here, the expertise is here. Let's pool together, let's pool our knowledge or resources or energies and so forth together and make good for the region. Again, one of the main goals for everything that we do is for the money to basically flow in the Caribbean region. It's very, very important. It's very important. And again, the first quarter of 2018, you'll be hearing about a lot of fantastic things that are happening. So we will keep you abreast. Again, reach out to us at caribbeanreturningnationals.org or caribbeannationals@gmail.com.
How many, because this is basically talking about Caribbean, which is the Caribbean, on the whole, returning nationals. How many nationals do you find, Caribbean nationals, are actually returning home? Is it a lot, or people are still thinking, oh, let me stay where I am for a little bit?
One of the things that we are hearing is that there are a lot of people who are quite comfortable living in the global community, but still want to have a footprint in the Caribbean region or still want to give back. Again, which is one of the things that we focus on, giving back physically and virtually to the Caribbean region. With the world has changed. The world has changed. And there are a lot of people who are saying, I want to return, I want to return. But we need to have certain things in place. This is why we are here to work with the various governments, different private entities, to help streamline the process. If we have a lot of people, a lot of Caribbean nationals returning to the Caribbean region, it helps the region a great deal. But let's work with the government. Let's work with the governments to streamline that process. Again, people complain that there's too many places to go to. This is why our Caribbean Returning Nationals Foundation would love to work with the governments to create a one-stop shop, where we can make things easier for people who want to return.
So, and as they say, to make money, you got to spend money. So come on back and spend the money back at home and in the Caribbean
Exactly.
Alrene, I want to thank you so much, Alrene Graham, for starting this foundation. Caribbean Returning Nationals Foundation, and you can check them out on their
website at caribbeanreturningnationals.org, or send us an email at caribbeannationals@gmail.com.
Yeah, you want to come back, you want to give back to your country, you want to give back to the Caribbean. This is a way to start. Thank you once again, Alrene.
Thank you so much for having me.
All the best to this organization.
Thanks again.